Thank you very much for staying with us on TVC Breakfast Saturday. And now it's time for the newspaper review. We've got a host of them with us, and I begin with Saturday Punch. The biggest story there reads, cash transfer, FG disqualifies Nigerians without the NIN. The BVN, as CBN begins payment, adds that pensioners, ex-servicemen and others to register. Government rules out wealthy citizens erase dead beneficiaries. This is a project dear to the federal government, and there you have it. Get all the details there on Saturday Punch. More headline stories on the Punch. Residents traders dumping waste unlawfully will be prosecuted. This is according to the Lagos Waste Management Authority. And missing genitals controversy rages as experts dismiss claims. Jungle justice for accused persons by enraged residents. On Mr. Ibu, recall Mr. Ibu made the news earlier in the week, asking for financial support from Nigerians. Well, Nollywood actors are receiving knocks as a result over the fund's appeal. Up there, queues persist as marketers blame poor supply, and growing online dating scam leaves victims with emotional trauma, drains finances. Manuel.
All right, the next one is The Nation. The Nation newspaper on Saturday, lots of screaming headlines there. Respite as Tinubu okays payment of withheld ASU salaries. Lecturers to get 4 out of 8 months' salaries. President leave no work, no pay sanction. On striking doctors, orders payment of 35,000 wage award to civil servants and approves establishment of several new tertiary institutions. Perhaps a very busy week for the presidency in that one. The sad story there from Benue State, 10 killed as robbers raid 3 banks in Benue State. That's a very tragic one. We saw images of that during the news. And at the top of the paper, how to save Naira by Senate leaders. Others, APCON boss blames illegal forex traders. And insecurity, allow Nigerians buy AK-47. Katsina governor begs FG. Military winning war against terrorists, all thieves. That's from the defense headquarters. FCTA to revoke houses converted for other uses, says official. And of course, INEC to deploy 46,084 staff for Kogi, Bayelsa, and Imo polls.
Now the train moves now to Saturday Independent. We have the backstory here. Says 57.6 billion naira SUVs. You are insensitive, Nigerian slam lawmakers. Unnecessary waste of resources. Labour Party chairman there talking. Populace can't afford food, languishing in abject poverty. Is Equesili there and Wazurike talking there. Page 8 of the Saturday Independent there. They are official vehicles, not for personal use. Now spokesperson there talking. Tinubu revokes no work, no pay order against ASU resident doctors. Declare October 20 NSAS anniversary. Okiro urges Tinubu. That's the former Inspector General there, Mike Okiro, talking there. Bayelsa give a poll. INEC statement on electronic transmission of result doubtful. PDP youth, they are talking. And on the top of the paper there, Delegiwa, 37 years after, Edo Council Chairman Institute Essay Computation, page 6. Benga Deyinka, Ali Baba, Tu Baba, others storm Lagos for laugh matters, page 11. And reactions as actors present Mami Wata as first Oscar selection. There on page 15 of
Mami
Saturday.
A great movie.
Independent.
I mean, selection for Oscar.
Very, very interesting.
Very nice one.
Yeah, okay.
All right, I'm with the West Weekend. It's called the Best of the West. And the big story there is a major health concern. Cholera outbreak, that's the screaming headline story there. And there are pictures to further depict the situation in Ogun State. 12 die in Ogun as 246 cases recorded since September, 217 cases recorded in Ijebu North local government alone. And there's also a concern that cholera has, or this particular cycle of cholera outbreak has a 46% fatality rate. That should call for some concern. And following the death of the accountant Doyen, there are speculations as to the top Nigerian accountants that could become the next Doyen. Of course, this is a developing story there following the death of Doyen Akintola. All right, Mr. Macaroni, others walk to commemorate third anniversary of #EndSARS protest in Lagos. And on Mr. Ibu's plight, the report there says Saraki Foundation clears his hospital bill. More hit for Akeredolu as PDP threatens face-off over governor's absence. Queues return to filling stations in Lagos, Ogun. Sporting Lagos in first NPFL victory, and a warning by the Lagos State government to residents concerned. Flood is coming. That's the most what we can take on the West.
Well, let's quickly move to the Saturday Times, which of course is also looking at other interesting stories. The Saturday Times starts with the headline, Wike Gumi feud takes dangerous turn. Campaigners allege plans to demolish National Mosque, recruit Israeli agents in FCT. Niger Delta militants warn Gumi. Cleric says rumors designed to cause disunity. That's from the Saturday Times. And another interesting headline there from the world of entertainment, Davido Fina divide showbiz fans. That's a story that I broke during the week about who's knowing who and who doesn't know the other. Well, bloody day in Benue as gunmen raid multiple banks, kill many. That's another from the Saturday Times. Nigerian doctor explains the science of disappearing genitals. More on the front page of the Saturday Times.
Salient Times now. The big story here says, scores dead as gunmen invade several banks in Benue. And policewoman among people killed. Residents reveal how attack lasted for more than 1 hour. I'm talking on the front page of Salient Times at this time. Government should allow Nigerians buy AK-47. That's coming from Governor Rather there. National Mosque urges Muslim faithful to disregard campaign of calumny against Wike, and INEC deploys 46,000. Staff for Imo Kogi Bayelsa polls accredits 126 observers there on the front page of the Salient Times as lawmakers shown Abure to collect special official SUVs. And more stories there. Husband arrested for allegedly killing wife in Borno State. This is quite pathetic at this time as reactions as gospel artist arrives church in caskets. Emmanuel, this is very, very worrisome. Reactions as gospel artist arrives church in caskets.
It's an era of catching crews. So I guess this young man wants to trend, and
just like what Portable
succeeded. He has succeeded in gaining the attention that it is a crave. So
just like what Portable did some months back. More stories there.
All right, Blueprint Weekend. On Blueprint Weekend, the big story there is on the social media regulation. Again, uproar greets NBC move, ploy to suppress dissent, critical voices, activists, freedom of speech, only power we have left Nigerians. If not regulated, it will misguide young people. EFCC nabs banker over 14.8 million naira fraud. Nigeria needs new constitution. That's according to former Commonwealth Secretary General Emeka Anyukwu. And regarding the forthcoming elections, the off-season elections in Bayelsa, Imo, and Kogi states, Professor Mahmoud Yakubu of the of the INEC says non-sensitive materials moved to Bayelsa, Imo, Kogi. It's only a few weeks away as commissioned to deploy 46,084 regular and ad hoc staff. This ahead of the November election in these concerned states. Nigerian ambassador to Morocco sadly dies at age 42. Tinubu waives no work, no pay for ASU, orders payment of withheld salaries. Why Nigerians should be allowed to buy arms for protection, we discussed that earlier. Over to you now, Emmanuel.
Okay, I think we're wrapping up with this from the Daily Trust. That's Saturday Daily Trust. Kidnapping on the rise in 5 months, 1,158 victims abducted. In 4 months, Kaduna records highest number with 162. Office of the National Security Advisor, mum, about that, not saying anything. Tinubu appoints Auditor General, Customs CG, others. Oil will make Nigeria rich, can put us in trouble. That's the former Emir of Kano Sanusi Lamido. Strike, Tinubu orders payment of ASU 4-month salaries. Diphtheria, federal government vaccinates over 4.9 million children as cases hit 9,478. And of course, at the top, entertainment, new faces on the block meet Nigeria's music stars making wave globally. And that will be a very interesting piece for the entertainment lovers. And on the foreign scene, Israeli attacks wiped out entire families in Gaza. That's according to Amnesty International. Kemi.
All right. That's so much we can take on the paper. So there you have it. Some added information there to help your weekend or to help you cruise further into the weekend.